You remember Pinky, Mr. Rasa Comet, don't you? Well, this is Pinky's 400 litre pond that he lives in. Now what I'm thinking of doing is I've got this one here, I'm just cleaning out for the summer. I've got another one on the wall there in a box, it's got a little split in, but we can seal that. And I've just bought another one, so we've got 3 400 litre ponds. And what I'm thinking of doing is using them to grow some plants outdoors in. I'm gonna have to get an absolute ton of plants in here as soon as possible. Otherwise, I'm just gonna end up with an absolute ton of green water. Isn't what I'm after at all. So that's phase 1 so far. Get this pond set up. I put some live rock in from one of our marine tanks. It's been outside for years, but it'll add a bit of hardness to the water, which the plants like. I'm gonna get some plants in here that'll balance it, and then, you know, absorb any excess nutrients, and get something else in here, something that'll grow out. But by the end of the month I should be able to stock pretty cool plants in the pond, grow them out. As I say, my main goal is to grow some plants out and to plant my tanks with, rather than trying to balance them with really small plants that you get from shops. Thinking of growing them out pretty big and then setting up the tank with. But for the summer I just want to get out here, grow some plants just for the fun of it, like I would in fish tanks. Have some fun outside, learn some new things. Do you know what? I'm not happy with the amount of plants in this pond. Like, it's really making me anxious that it's just going to go green straight away. So I'm going to go to the shop and get some plants for my pond. Right, been in the shop. I'm going to be able to do this one-handed, so I've got some Bacopa caroliniana. That looks like it's been grown out of water, that, so it's going to have to transition, so it's going to look like crap. So it's going to have to put up with the cold of early May and transition, so I haven't got much hope for it. So let's get the plants out. I ended up getting a ton of Ludwigia repens, super red. That it's fat, that, isn't it? That looks like it's been grown out of water to me, unless it's been hammered with CO2, which I don't think so. So there's no roots on it. Well, there's a little bit. There's a tiny little root coming out just there. So we've got that going. It was 4 for a tenner. So I got LOD Dense's cousin, LOD Nadia, and a bit just snapped off. Look at that. It's quite fat, that, isn't it? That can float around on the thing. On the top. Bloody hell, this water's cold. It's Bacopa. I like the way it's only a tiny little. My Bacopa's massive compared to this, but I want some of that Bacopa for the my tanks. So I want to try and grow it out in the summer. I read that it's cold tolerant, so I got that. And then, do you know what I did get? Because I haven't got enough of it apparently. Some Java fern, and it looks like I've got a free plant with it, duckweed, brilliant. But you know, we've got the goldfish in there, so the goldfish will make short work of any of the I can't stop playing with the plants. Kadoosh! So Ludwigia is from North America, so hopefully it does well, because it's still quite cold in the tank. In the tank, we've got a pond. Little goldfish over there chilling beans. I was tempted to get another goldfish, but I thought, well, you know what, we need to keep the nutrients down in the pond, don't we? So got a nice little corner of plants going on. I'll see how these get on, because this is all experimental work for me at the moment. If I do well, I'll get another. So they're like 4 for a tenner. So remember all the big clumps of Java fern that were in here? I've taken all them out, and I've pruned them up and put them in the pond. There was loads of leaves with like tons of baby Java fern on it, and there's still loads like attached to the wood. But what I was thinking of doing is getting outside and growing some of my favourite stem plants, the likes of the Rotala rotundifolia, the Ludwigia repens, Bacopa caroliniana, Alternatheria erinaceae, Hygrophila polysperma. There's absolutely tons, and I'm thinking I could put a load outside, grow them all out during the summer, and then just plant like massive areas of stems. Obviously we've got Limnophilia sessifolia, and then I was thinking of getting some like really nice foreground plants, planting it up. I just think I could do so well with this tank, especially if I get outside, grow some stuff out and get in here. Yeah, it's baking out here today. Look at all that. There's about 2 feet long of Java moss. I want to get some more plants in here soon. There's quite a bit of duckweed, so I'm going to have to come up with a plan of getting that out, even though when I took all this out the pond, when I took all this out the tank, I washed it, like put it in a bucket and absolutely soaked it off. I ripped loads of bits of roots off. Look at that, it's just one little piece. There's tons of it, but as I say, it wasn't that. When I got it, it wasn't in great nick. So what I'm trying to do is grow bits myself. And anything that grows well, I'll cut off. But there's loads of it. There's some stem plants in here as well. Get that out. Look, like this fall. I want to get that in a bucket. There's tons of it. Look where it's all grown. It's about 6 foot long. And then we've got a load of loose floating Ludwigia repens. Some absolute massive chunks of Bacopa caroliniana that I'm going to bundle them all up. I'll get some thing. There's the Ludwigia. Look, it's throwing out little shoots already. Hopefully all them little shoots turn into stems, and then I can prune them off and get them growing. What else have we got in here? But it's been really warm, so the pond's not too warm, but you'll see the Bacopa there. You can see where it's been grown immersed, and then all this stuff's grown submersed by the looks of it. There's a few roots coming out, so it's been underwater for a little while in this pot. So, well, in fact, they could have just grown it immersed. So we're doing well. Some of the Rotala's coming out the water there. So that's where we're up to at the moment. We've got all sorts of bits going on in the pond. Need to get a few more plants for in here. I'm gonna get a ton more. Get rid of that crap. So I've added Amazon Frogbit. That doesn't look like it's doing too great, to be honest, in there. But it's all experimental, isn't it? And then red root floaters. Oh, it's starting to go red. Awesome. What the hell is that? I thought it was a pond snail, it's not. What's that? That's stripped. Oh, yeah. Bacopa. So that's where we're up to at the moment. Absolutely tons of Java fern. Look at that. How much would you pay for a piece like that in a shop? Probably about 20 quid. There's just loads of it. What the hell's that? It's a snail. Nutrients. It wasn't a pond snail, it was just a normal snail from a garden. Ludwigia's growing out the pond. So that's where we're up to so far.